Hey everybody, it's Past One and Past One Paranormal, and I have put up some of the EVP that I took the other day, and I'm hoping I can get some feedback on there and tell me what you hear because I heard some things and I got a couple things that came through more than once, and one what I think may be a Class A EVP, but I'd like to get some feedback on those. So I've posted the entire Spirit Box session on my blog and on Twitter and on my YouTube. And I've also posted the two most interesting ones I found. I mean, there may be others on there that you guys will see that I didn't hear. Um, the one I pretty much audited the long one, the very short one that's like 2 minutes. I haven't really audited that one yet. So, but I went ahead and put it up anyway. And I learned some things, that I put up some orb pictures that we had gotten in the house last week, and it turns out those are brown orbs. And apparently they're not exactly the best kind of orbs to come across because they indicate, poltergeist activity and things like that, but not necessarily evil. And so I just want to thank Roy Pullen, who's one of my followers, and I follow him on uh, Twitter, and you can check him out. It's ROYPULLIN. Anyway, so he helped me out with some information on that, and I take direct messages. So if anybody wants to give me some additional information on the types of orbs, the people that have had some experience with the different type of energies associated with the different colors. Now, I did find some stuff on the web, but I don't trust everything I read. I'd rather know get the information from people who have been there and taken pictures of them, seen them, and experienced them. So, because orbs are interesting, and there's a lot of people that think the orbs are nothings. People think they're that they are energy. So we have to kind of that's what research is all about, right? To find out what these things are, how they react. And so, if you've got some experience with this, I'd really love to hear about it. The other thing is I noticed everybody was posting this morning on Twitter, on the Twitter feed about Anthony Bourdain, and I was a big fan of Anthony Bourdain, and I had watched his show way back when he was on the Travel Channel, um, and it's a very sad thing, very very sad thing, and I don't usually go out for like celebrity worship and stuff like this. That's not my thing. But Anthony Bourdain was a very special kind of person. The show that he did, he got into so many people's minds and so many people's hearts that it's hard not to feel something when someone like that goes in such a way that is it's not necessary. But for some reason he felt it was, and that's a sad thing. But that's what happens to us. We have life and then we die. And if we choose to do it ourselves, then, I mean, what can you say except that you wish that they had not done that and that they were still here to bring us joy and entertainment and uh, all of that kind of thing. But, shit happens and we can't do anything about it except remember the good things, and the things that we liked about that person. On another subject, I also put up a bunch of pictures on my blog about that I had taken in one of the cemeteries the other day, and I went to go look for a cemetery. I found it, on a Google search or something, and I went to go look for it, and the road that goes to it is no longer there. It no longer exists, and there's like a building there now. And I actually stopped and talked to the people in the building, and they said that, yeah, you used to could get back there, that there was a road. Well, apparently this was a poor farm prior to 1900. And so apparently there are graves there, but they're probably unmarked. There's probably nothing left of this back there. But we can't go back there yet because it's too wet. And until the rainy season kind of goes away, we're sort of stuck because a lot of snakes, and there's a creek, and the creek is high because it's been raining so much here in the south. And so we're going to wait, and as soon as we can try to get back there, we are. Now, apparently, when they opened that one, they closed another one. So there was a poor farm that's even older than that one, was opened in 1900, but they don't say when it was closed. There's another one that was opened prior to that in the middle of town, and we actually kind of think we know where that one is now. It's there's a road that, of course, it's in the middle of the city, that we're going to try to see if we can get to that. And also, we found out that there was a court that people were hung, I guess, near the courthouse in the town we live in, and that the cemetery where they buried these people is like right across the street, and there are now buildings there. And so we were wondering about those buildings. So we've got some things coming up that we're going to look into and see if we can get some permissions to go in and everything. But yeah, I would greatly appreciate it if everybody would take a look at my EVPs. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying my best to get as many subscribers as possible and as many followers as I can get on Twitter, especially within the paranormal community, because the more the merrier, right? And I enjoy reading your Twitter feeds, and I enjoy going and subscribing to your to your YouTube channels and looking at your blogs or your vlogs or whatever you have. And so I get a kick out of it. And so I would appreciate a subscription if you guys would come and subscribe to me, and I am happy to come and subscribe to yours as well. And I'll also follow you back on Twitter. I try to stick within the paranormal, but there's some of you that are just pretty funny, and I can't help. Some of you are writers, and this is a lot of writers in here, and to write horror. Everybody's sort of kind of like combined up together. Most of the people who are writing horror are into the paranormal and vice versa. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And Eric Handy, I want to shout out to Eric Handy. He's a pretty funny guy, and he has these things out. You know, like today was what was the last horror movie you watched? You know, I mean, we get these little questions, kind of like they do on Facebook, but it's much more interesting on Twitter. Facebook is kind of like, whatever. So anyway, it was nice talking to you guys today, and I look forward to bringing you some more as I go along. And like I said, please direct DM me about the orbs and take a look at my EVPs and let me know what you think. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.